Hey guys, Lizer here. Just wanted to give a quick message before you start listening to the podcast. This is after we've streamed it and everything. I'm just doing some post editing stuff. When we recorded it originally and live streamed it, James's microphone was acting up. I don't know if he's figured out what the issue was, but his audio was very scuffed the whole stream. It would fluctuate between being so low that you couldn't even hear it with your headphones on max volume to him almost yelling. So I went in and I tried to do some editing and did my best to, equalize his voice out. But when you bump up or bump down somebody's audio, it gives it kind of a garbage sound, which he already had with his microphone this last stream. So that only just increased that effect. So hopefully it's clear enough to understand. Some spots are a little garbled. I don't know how to fix that. I'm not an editor. I do the bare minimum editing for my videos. But hopefully it's enough to understand. But thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching anyway. See you guys next week. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Animation Revaluation podcast. I am Lizer, and with me, as always, are Jay and James. What's up, guys?
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
How you guys doing today?
Good, good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, man. Good to have you back.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, boy.
You boys miss me?
We all missed you very much.
I was waiting for that one. It's okay. I know you get a little lonely when I'm not around. It's fine.
That's it?
I guess so.
I mean, I got back 2 days ago?
I have no idea.
Like midnight. No, yeah. I basically got back Wednesday at midnight. So technically Thursday morning.
Nice.
I hate airports.
Why?
That's all. Too many fucking people. That is all.
It's the same reason I hate in general.
Just general public transportation.
No, just general.
General hates it.
I'm just a hateful person, man. I'm filled with spite. and goo.
And goo? Where did the goo come from?
I don't know what happened during puberty.
We're all made from goo.
Uh,
Oh no! Oh no! Oh man. Well, a couple changes happened to the way I'm. Oh my god! I'm just getting messages. A couple changes happened to the way I'm presenting the podcast. Literally a couple, and that is you can see representations for Jay and James for the first time I think ever. Maybe I've done it before on the podcast. I don't remember. It might have been.
I know
very
we've
early
had
on.
like the pictures that they lit up for a little bit,
Mm.
like whenever we spoke. But this is the first time of like this.
Oh yeah, we did have that, and it was like kind of fucky wucky.
Yeah, it didn't work all the time.
Yeah. Hopefully this does.
It'd be nice.
It would be very nice.
I didn't even think about any of that. But yeah, other than that, it's business as usual. We sat down, we watched an anime, and we're gonna talk about it, man. And
Yes,
this
sir.
week was Jay's. So
Yes.
tell us about the anime you were so excited to present while on vacation.
So the anime for this week was Beyond the Boundary, or Hyokai no Kanata. And it's pretty, at least it kind of starts off very, I guess, monotone, or well, not monotone, but like kind of like a narration basically. Main character is giving kind of like his small monologue as he's like uh walking through the schoolyard by the name of it was Akihito. It's been a hot minute. But Akihito basically is walking through the school and he sees a girl like on top of the school rooftop. But it doesn't look exactly the way that it would seem. It looks more she's about to jump kind of way.
Do a flip.
And it's really out of pocket because we don't know the relationship between these two at all. Like it just seems like a first person, like you just meet, like two people just meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And so he like he hauls ass to the rooftop and is like, hey, you don't have to do this. And like gives a really weird confession and ends with, you're a cutie with glasses type beat.
That's
And
my
that was-
fetish.
And it's just like, okay. And yeah, he's like, yeah, this is what I'm all about. Like he just lays it all out there. And I'm just like, you're brave. And she just kind of turns around, looks at him for a moment, and immediately just stabs him with like a random sword that came out of nowhere.
She did a sick ass backflip though.
Yes, that was very clean backflip. Absolutely. You know, I wanted to talk about this for a quick second, but for something made in 2013, it's pretty clean for the most part.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it was totally original, right? From
Yeah.
Retro Animations.
Like, I think it caught me a little bit after fucking not even coming back to this. I think I watched maybe 2-3 episodes, like when I first came across this, and I was like, it's kind of mid. But it's like a small fast forward to Akihito and the young lady sitting across from each other in a classroom. Is it a classroom or a club? I think it's a club room.
No, it's a club room, the literary club room.
Yeah. He is a part of the literary club in his school, and the president. Believe her name is Mitski. I can never. I'm not too good.
Mitski.
Mitski. It is Mitski. Thank you.
Mitski
Nase. She is a god.
She's a god?
She's a god.
Bro, spoilers. I've only seen 5 episodes. What the fuck?
She's the president of the literary club, and
Alright, somebody likes her.
it's not best girl. But
Okay.
anyways,
Take it back.
no, I refuse.
Take it back. You better not say
Nope.
that Glasses bitch is best girl, bro.
Uh-uh.
Alright. Alright. I'll take it then.
But they basically just discussing club stuff. They have something really big coming up. It's like a I think it's like a publication, not a publication, but I think it's like their 150th. I forgot what it was, but it's something very important for the club that it was like kind of landmark.
It was like the 150th like story that they wrote.
Yeah. And then I think maybe like the next couple like frames, he leaves the room because he heard something, and it's the glasses girl, and her name is Mirai, and she's been following him for like throughout his at least after school. So whatever he does in his spare time, she's always there. And he kind of blows up like immediately at her. It's like, you know, you stalk me every day, you stab me multiple times in a day, and yet you're still here. And Akihito goes on to say that he's basically immortal, if not actually immortal. And to Mirai's knowledge, she's just like, I had to keep testing this out because he just won't. He won't fucking die.
If you're immortal, why are you complaining? Don't be a bitch.
However,
that's like her view on it.
Yeah, but he goes on to continue is that he may be immortal, but he still feels pain. So as many times as he gets stabbed, he feels all of it. He just won't die from it.
He'll get used to it.
And then also in this world there's like, I'd like to just call them like other beings rather, by the name of yomus. Yomus are the mythical creatures that manifestate from kind of anything really, mostly negative emotions if I'm not mistaken. And then we find out that Akihito is he's half Yomu. And so that also explains why she's been stabbing him repeatedly, is because she belongs to a clan of, the profession is like spirit world warriors.
Yeah.
They're bloodbenders.
Essentially, yes. I'd say hemomancer, but
Alright. Reverse vampire throws blood at you.
yeah. But basically, she's the last one of her clan. She has a very like unique blood manipulation ability, and I think that's why they've kind of all been like cut, I guess, almost to extinction, because they're just kind of that far. Like there's a very large gap between, I'd say, that specific clan and your like regular like hunters. But um yes. Um
He's been gone 2 weeks, guys. He's shaking out the cobwebs.
Yeah, it's been a rough. Sorry. A gum.
To be honest, even I couldn't tell you what happens next.
It takes a jump because
Yeah.
it's a little small fast forward. They end up in a classroom with it's just Akihito and Mirai, and then Yomu just fucking appears in the classroom.
Oh,
And
when
then
she
we
was
also
chasing him, right? And she like went through the locker.
yep,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that started again. She's like, "Let me stab you," and he's just like, "No,"
I bet no.
and she cuts a
It's-
hole in the locker.
Yeah,
She's also not the
it's not the
she's
brightest
not the
bulb.
most. Yeah, no. She's very she has her moment.
Let me ask you guys real quick though. Did you guys
Mhm.
watch sub or dub?
I was dubbed.
Her voice is fucking annoying.
Yes.
She's a main character. Why did you do this? I want to check out the sub just to see how it is to the original. But oh my god, I hated it. I hated every second of listening to her.
Mm.
And she like cries a lot and it's like a whine. And I'm like, shut the fuck
Mhm.
up. Shut up.
Mhm.
It's like your character's fine, but your voice is ass. Stop.
I don't think I've really encountered any characters that like sound annoying in sub compared to dub. I feel like I'm always like setting dub to a higher standard when it comes to that kind of thing.
Been spoiled by good dub. To say the least. But basically
She broke.
yeah, she's very broke.
She broke. Bro, it was a scene like, oh, what's the cheapest thing at the school cafeteria? It was like
It's like
$1.50 or something like that. Like,
It's 180, and then the cheapest school lunch is 180. Then they had ramen in the machine that was 160.
160 and she opted for that to save money. Fucking.
But
Yeah,
also
yeah.
another reason why she's broke is she's never killed a Yomu before.
So he does this good practice.
And so she's been kind of trying to use Akihito as like a training dummy because he can't die, to kind of sharpen her skills. And then I think they have like she wants money. Long story short,
Same.
she just wants money.
Same.
No, honestly,
I feel that.
I felt that. This thing's so fucking expensive.
That speaks to me on a spiritual level, bro.
I mean, you should find ramen for like $1.60.
Bro, I got a bunch of ramen already. A box worth.
Another thing about Mirai, and specifically her bloodline in general, is that she's been the reason why her clan as a whole has been knocked off by like other spirit world hunters, is because their blood is cursed, and it basically, if it touches anything, it fucking burns like acid. It corrodes anything it touches in liquid form.
Xenomorph.
No, I didn't think about that until you said that.
Xenomorph bloodbender.
Um, and then like they spend I think they had they shared a meal once this first episode. They go back to her place and you find out about her financial problems and her fear of killing a Yomu because she's broke. And he's like, hey, if you can get this down pat, we'll have some kind of income and it won't be that much of a problem anymore.
And then she was motivated.
Yeah. She then became motivated for a very short time.
Yeah. Suddenly one appeared out of nowhere. It's crazy.
And this basically bleeds into episode 2. They have like a fight inside the house. A lot of shit breaks, and then the Yomu ends up going outside, and she like hops
the fence that's there, the barrier.
instead of just breaking it.
So you could just break it. It's like it's expensive.
And the term the cleaners gets brought up when it comes to property damage, which I just assume is just people that replace stuff or fix it,
Mm.
so it looks normal to like normal eyes. So I assume that they just have people that fucking just replace shit that breaks, so nothing ever looks like anything else happened.
Yeah. We also
Yeah.
see the Yomu like drop down to the street and run past like 2 kids, and they don't take any notice of it. So it seems like normal people can't see like these monsters. And something I wanted to like point out, and this is an issue with like all shows that do this kind of thing, is when they're having the chase scene where the good guys are chasing the monsters that can't be seen, do they see the good guys jumping off rooftops and shit, or is it like suddenly like they can activate a power that makes them invisible to human eyes too?
I don't think so, because I mean, if it's anything similar to like Jujutsu Kaisen, they had to like make a barrier so that they're invisible, but they don't do anything like that. So I just imagine they just jump in doing everything, and everyone's like, "Okay." But then I assume they just kind of like try to go as remote as possible. But, sometimes during a chase and you can't do that.
I used all my energy to try to hear what you were saying.
Oh, God.
I heard you though. But like even in like Bleach, like at least then they would have like in-universe explanation, like they would, hop into their spirit form, which can't be seen by humans.
Yeah.
But this is just like normal people who have spiritual powers. Like they're not exiting their body to go into a spiritual form or anything.
Mhm.
It's like, wow, that girl is running around with a sword made of blood. Cool. Anyway.
Like, let's look at her class.
Yeah.
Um,
The chase.
yeah, and they basically long story short, she shoots to kill a Yomu for the first time,
Yeah.
and
Let's
it turns
go.
into like these little like core looking things,
Yeah, it looks like a stone with
like
like
a
gems in it.
ore deposit,
Yeah.
basically.
It was like in its eye.
Yeah. So you kill a Yomu by like severing or like destroying the eye of it, and this one in particular can move it across like it looked like a little mummy, basically.
Yeah. Can move the eye along the bandages.
You can remove her ring too. Like her ring has like significance to like her power or something.
They explain it later, but it like suppresses them. They don't even explain it. They kind of just like show it happening.
Yeah.
Maybe it gets explained even further beyond the 5 episodes.
Beyond the down.
Yeah. He said the thing.
Then he hands her the ore, even though she's kind of just tired. She ends up like basically passing out. Like
Mood.
after all of that. Honestly, after all of that, I'd be pretty upset. I'd be pretty tired.
Yeah, she was doing parkour and shit.
Parkour.
Yeah, and the ore can be, what is it? Like, evaluated?
I like this. Yeah, I'd say the appraised. is
Appraised. There we
the,
go.
Yeah. So these ores can be appraised for money, and this is the whole idea of the whole reason of her, wanting to hunt Yomu
It's like
is
being
to
a
make
bounty
money.
hunter.
Yeah.
Thanks,
And Akihito brings her to Photoshop.
I don't use that program.
Sorry, Photo Studio.
I don't use that. It's like the top sign says Photoshop, but then the sign in front says like cafe.
Yeah.
It's like, excuse me.
Yes. And the two get greeted by a young girl named Ai Shindo. Ai Shindo is the like a little sister to the owner of the photo studio by the name of Ayaka, and she's also a Yomu as well. And this is where we find out that there are Yomus just living that have like human forms and live in society. Like normal people have their own businesses, not just like the monsters that you see running in the streets.
Bro, who chooses to live in a society?
God damn it.
Alright, is this best girl?
Yes, sir.
Alright. I'll accept it, as long as it's not glasses.
Nah, she's a klutz. I don't know if I could do that.
I just can't do the voice, man.
I can't. Mm-mm. The sub sounds better, like by a margin,
I'll take your
very
word for
large
it.
margin. But Ayaka's the appraiser, and yeah, he gets appraised, and I believe she gets like fucking I think it's like 1,000 yen.
Yeah.
She's like, really? All that work I just did?
It was like 1,200, which is basically, what, $12?
Yeah, a little less. I think it's like 11. It's like 11 bucks.
Get fucked. Also,
Yeah,
fun fact, I doesn't exist in the manga.
Huh.
Music.
That's funny.
She's anime only. There's actually 2 anime only characters.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He just like probably that little sister.
I'll pretend I heard what you said.
Trying to.
I honestly don't know what happens next. Like, I can't remember. Because
I think
it's
someone
like...
else comes in.
Uh-huh.
So there's like another hunter comes in,
The
gets
teacher.
something appraised. Yeah, the teacher. Right, the one that she caught the one that was in the classroom and got it appraised.
I was talking like story points though, like, cause I remember the first episode, and then I remember the last 2 episodes.
It's a little all over the place. I will admit.
Yeah, here's the teacher. MILF. Shizuku.
Yes. It's really because we see her in multiple places actually. Because she's a teacher and also she's something else.
A MILF.
Because
Oof.
we already do that. You said it the first. You're excited.
Bro, how do you have MILF energy and no kids? Like, explain. How is this possible? Do you want them? I'll give them to you. Welcome back, Jay.
Go ahead and give yourself a bonk for me. I missed that.
What if I refuse?
There is no refuse.
Please.
Nice. Then a small thing that's kind of huge. A postcard that Akihito got.
Yeah.
God, I was very lost, and I was just like, oh my God. Basically, magic postcard, by the way. But that's Akihito's mom. She's not a Yomu. She's just. I believe the words to describe her were eccentric and very weird.
What's so weird
he's
about someone
ashamed of
pretending
his
to be a
mom.
cat?
No, he's just ashamed of his mom.
But what's so weird about pretending to be a cat?
He's just ashamed of his mom.
But why?
I don't know. Ask him. But yeah. His mom's not the Yomo. His dad actually is. She just likes dressing up, I guess.
Dad was like, gotta destroy, gotta kill, oh damn. Hold up.
Damn. Damn, I'm But his mom basically warned him that a very big a very strong Yomu by the name of the Hollow Shadow is coming like near their city, and she doesn't want him to be anywhere near it.
I didn't question it, but how does she know that?
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know.
Because they just say that she's a normal ass human.
I think after she had like Akihito, she got some kind of power. I wouldn't know.
But she's like off doing like fucking cosplay events. Like, how does she know about this monster coming to town?
What if Dad told her and was like, "Hey, postcard this"?
I was under the assumption that Dad isn't in the picture.
Maybe not. I mean, she could. You can. I wouldn't put it past. There are humans that have worked to like get these powers to be able to deal with Yomus. Given she had a kid by one.
Yeah, she probably worked real hard to get that kid.
Nice. But after the warning of the Hollow Shadow, it is then also brought up that 5 like high-ranking like spirit world warriors were not able to last 5 minutes while dealing with the Hollow Shadow. So
wouldn't last 5 minutes with his mom. Alright, I'm sorry, that's it. I'm done.
Down horrendous. Actually.
Oh, she got a paw print on her thigh.
She did it herself. I'm feeding it. I really shouldn't. Yeah, 1,000 yen, and it then comes out that Mirai has murdered someone in the past, so it's kind of explains a little bit of where her anxiety kind of comes from.
Damn, who she killed?
I don't know.
It's probably not important.
Not that important now.
It's some nobody.
Like, it's no one we really need to care about because fucking doesn't matter.
It's literally her best friend. That's kind of fucked. It's like her best friend from the family that like took her in. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, this is a very big point.
It's like, oh yeah, she has this dramatic trauma because she killed her best friend, and the only person who really looked after her after her clan like died off.
Was her.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Basically, she gets her money yoinked again. Not on purpose, but like it's just kind of like a I'm trying to help you sort of thing by Mitsuki. And she gives her the Yomu core, and Mariah's like, "No, I don't want it. You're trying to get me to join a stupid literary club." You know, it's kind of like a pity thing,
Yeah.
because she's kind of bad at it.
It's like, I don't need your pity. It's like, you sure? Because that's worth this much. It's like, it's like money is the ultimate motivator.
Yeah, and they basically like go their separate ways. Fucking Akihito basically goes to find Mirai, and he's like, so here's money. This is how much the core was worth. And this is like the thing me and you brought up, but the cheapest thing in the school.
Yeah.
Is like, you know, the cheapest thing on the lunch menu was 180 yen, and then the cheapest thing in the school was 160 yen as a ramen cup. And she's sitting in the chair, and she's like, I really don't want your money, but like her hands are just like slowly
Like
reaching
out, like begging
towards
for
it.
it.
Yeah, it's like 10. It was 10,000 yen. She's just like, oh, you know how much ramen I could buy with that? And it's just like,
It's like, you can buy other things too. You know that, right? You're Asian. You ever heard of rice? Try it sometime.
Then we get another glimpse of fucking Mitsuki's older brother. Yeah, her older brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to mention him before, but
Hirumi.
he has a Harumi, literally with the word room in his name.
Hi, Rumi.
But he has a sister complex.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
He loves his little sister.
Just a little one.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Yeah. It was very brief. But those two basically sat in a room talking about their fetishes and was just like, it's okay. Like, just accepting like their fetishes. His sister walks in, is like, are you done? Are you guys done? And she walks in wearing glasses. And the older brother's just in shambles.
No, how could this happen?
He's like, yeah, I put glasses on your precious little sister. He's just like, no.
Isn't his ringtone also her going like Oni-chan, something like that?
I believe so, if I'm not mistaken.
I know there's the scene that she calls. I don't know if it's her saying it or just a recording of someone saying it. But she calls him and she's like, change that ringtone. It's disgusting. He's like, how do you even know? She's like, I just assume that's something you would do. It's like, damn, you right.
But then I believe what is it? Then Akihiro and Mitsuki have their one-on-one talk inside of a train car. And basically she tells Akihiro that Mirai is gonna do something very stupid that could possibly get her killed, and deal with the hollow shadow like by herself.
She's a big ball in it.
She absolutely. It's weird because in combat she's like.
She's
it's
great in combat.
Yeah.
It's just outside of combat.
She's just a fucking dunce.
Broke dance.
Yeah, and then the sky suddenly changed to a purple, signifying that the shadow hollows, the hollow shadows here.
Snoop Dogg's here.
um, but
Isn't that when she gives him her tragic backstory? TM.
yes. She explains who she killed, why she killed her, and why it makes her feel bad on the inside. Very, very. I wouldn't say it was cliche, but
It
like
was cliche. It was 100% cliche. Especially because she followed it up with, "There's no way you could ever understand me."
yeah. Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
I blocked that part out.
Yeah. In which he follows up with, "What do you mean? Of course I understand. No, there's no way you could understand me." And then
I'm half.
neither one of them explains anything.
He's like, I'm half Yobi. You owe me. You've been fucking stabbing me since you met me.
Yeah. She's like, "At least
But,
you have friends." He's like, "That's what you think?"
Do I look like a guy with friends?
Do I look like a normal person to you?
Mm. Only certain people know that he's half. He's a.
I think
He's half
it's pretty
human.
much just like the spiritual people we've seen so far, like
Yeah.
Mitsuki, Hirumi, Ayaka, Shizuku. I think that's literally it, and obviously Mirai.
Yeah. Then they get in. Then she gets confronted like once. What I put Sakura. This Sakura?
Yeah.
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 Sa-
And Sakura's the
Jasper, huh? Cool.
yeah
She's the younger sister of Yui,
of Yui.
the friend that was murdered.
Yes.
She's also the second character that only exists in the anime,
Oh, okay.
which is weirdly weird considering like how important she is for this part.
To this part, right? What? They probably I don't know.
It's like they
But
planned it.
they basically get consumed by the Hollow Shadow, and they fight like they're fighting to the death in here.
Bro, it's like a fucking Doctor Strange like glass dimension thing, mirror dimension thing.
yeah.
Like
Basically,
there's trains all around, and like you go left and end up upside down and shit. Like, it's fucking weird.
I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? And they end up like fighting a lot, and then the friend that she killed, Yui, huge, and fucking picks her up, and it's just a big Yui.
Yeah, just squeezing her.
And then it takes like maybe 3 or 4 times of Akihito just say, hey, snap out of it, this isn't real, and fucking tosses the ring at her. Like,
He yeeted that shit. It bounced off her head.
bro, it bounced off the side of the glasses.
Bro, it pinged her dome.
He's like, you're right. Yui isn't like alive anymore.
Yeah, you did that. Don't you remember? You were there.
You fucking yay.
You make sure.
And yeah, fucking she fights through the illusion and basically like one taps the hollow shadow in like one go using like she just fills the hollow up with her blood and just melts it from the inside.
It's fucking cool.
Very cool. Wouldn't want to be near it though.
Yeah.
and it dispels, but it's not quite like done yet because Akihito shows like it's still there. He's not looking the greatest, but it slips inside of his body, and now he's fighting against the Hollow Shadow, trying not to fucking lose control. He's just like, "Hey, stab me!" After he's fucking yelled at her for fucking stabbing him. He's like, "Hey, you got to do this one time."
Yeah, now all of a sudden she doesn't want to do it.
And then she doesn't want to do it anymore.
Like, you
He's just
dumb
like,
bitch.
"Come on, can't you see what's going on?"
Bro, she's the fucking worst character in the show.
God.
The one time you have to do it, she's like, nah, let me think about it.
You spent the first 2 episodes stabbing it. But she does.
And,
She does.
Yeah. Oh, it was crazy. She did the fucking blood explosion thing too.
Yeah,
Again, he can't die.
Meanwhile, he's like, just stab me, and she does that. She does her ultimate. No, I can't. And then just fucking
He's 1
ultimate.
HP.
He's 1 HP. She fucking pulled her fatality out.
And dispels the hollow shadow from his body. And he like gets up and is just like, he's like, okay, I want to do things now. And she's like, I wouldn't do that. Because then the rain of her blood falls like to the ground, and we get to see at firsthand the destruction of what her blood can actually do to things that live.
Oh, that was before the thing took
That
him
was
over.
before. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, when it took him over, he was just like laid out after. He couldn't get up.
Oh.
Yeah, we saw the destruction. Like, fucking trees were gone.
The trees, like all the leaves on the trees are just gone. Like, just a bunch of naked trees. The grass was gone. Just like, oh. And then the squad pulls up.
Literally every spiritual person we've met so far.
So far, just pulls up and is just like.
She's like,
Yeah,
don't
see
worry,
this
we beat it. Don't worry.
Then
We're
they're
not
like-
here for that.
He's like, you're not that's not the thing we're worried about.
It's literally like that too. It's like, that's not what we're worried about. She's like, what you mean? It's like, well, remember how we said Akihito's half Yomu? And then it was that moment of like slow look over. It's like, oh.
He's like, he's basically like possessed again, but it's just the other side of him. They got this man in force fields.
Bro,
got,
double
like,
force
barriers.
They got the like square barrier, like the gate they call it, and then the actual spiritual barrier.
And he's just busting holes.
He
Like,
pulls
it's
a
no
fucking
problem.
Majin Buu. He starts yelling so loud it disrupts their powers.
He has a negate. He has a power negate. That's exactly what it is.
It's fucking
just
cheat
like-
powers.
Yeah, he's broken. Like, unironically, Yomu Akihito's broken.
He has like fucking clawed hands, fireballs, the power to negate other people's powers. He's not even fucking conscious of any of it.
No, not at all.
And they're all going in, like they're max power. And he's just like, nah.
Yomu Akihito is fucking spooky, bro.
I like that, like,
Um,
all of them, though, and they're, like, holding back his fire blast and everything, and then she just, like, hugs him.
Yeah, it's like, I got this.
'Twas beauty that tamed the beast.
Totally original.
And like, she ends up like suppressing that side of him for that long, like with that one hug. And I was just like, okay, whatever.
I for sure thought it was gonna be something stupid, like he sees her glasses and he'd, like, revert. I 100, like, that's what this show made me feel like they were gonna do.
She's gonna put the glasses on him.
um, then yeah, she she has a nice hearty meal the next day after all of this shit. You know, I don't know how the fuck the cleaners can fucking revitalize the entire fucking forest, but
Well, that's
they,
the thing too, right? Like we saw her powers, like her blood rain, like melting trees, but compared to what his powers did, he made a
right,
fucking
he
crater.
made a crater.
Everything was gone. He knocked out like 5 people
By himself.
like without meaning to. He was just trying to get out of a box, bro. And like just desolation all around him.
Yeah. I was like, bro, how much you play in the cleaners? Cause like, this is crazy.
It's gonna take a lot of Windex, bro.
A lot of wind.
We need more lemon pledge.
Then they get the core of the Hollow Shadow appraised. It was the biggest. Oh my! I was so angry.
How much did they get?
200 yen for the most powerful Yomu that they've ever seen in existence.
And the reasoning why? It wasn't actually it. And she's like, I can't believe it. It's like, well, there would be no reason for her to lie to you. And then they just drop it. And I was like, huh?
Because the last one was only a fantasy.
I just think the bitch is broke and don't want to say nothing. She can't afford it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, they just
I
have
guess
they have another meal and like kind of have that first like true moment of friendship between the two of them.
Yeah, and I think I think episode 5 is just like a. The 4 or 5?
I thought that
Like,
was episode
it's like a
5.
festival. I think it was, so I'm not gonna say anymore. Cause I feel like it ends right there.
I know, because I remember something about a festival.
Yeah, I think it was just a festival. It
Yeah.
was just a festival episode.
Yeah, filler.
Very, very, very. It was filler, but it was very nice.
I don't remember anything.
It was nice.
I remember. What's her name? Mitsuki?
Yeah, me
Yeah, she wanted something like candy apple or something like that at the end. That's like the last line of the episode. Her brother's like,
yeah, she asks her brother to get candy apples for her. He's just like,
he just pogs.
Oh, syphilis.
he literally just paused.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it.
Cool.
We ready to jump into like reviews?
Yeah.
Yeah, how about James goes first? Everyone lean in, put your headphones on.
Well, I really liked it. Am I loud?
Yeah, now you're loud.
Okay. I mean, it being like a Kyoto Animations, like it did like I do like the way the way they have their attention to details with every little thing that they do. Like every single one of their characters have like a big personality, and like it's just the way that they animate everything about it is like I'm always like a big fan. Of, and I realized that like I because I used to have like a big glasses fetish and I forgot why. And then it was when I watched this I was like, oh no. But I never even thought Mary was like that.
Bro, you're just going in and out, man. Like,
Oh, am I? Oh,
it's
I rated an 8.
He just gave
I
up.
rated-
He just
I
gave
was gonna
up.
rate it. I was gonna rate it.
I know you were saying something about a glasses fetish, but it like you were fading in and out.
Yeah.
Alright, you rated an 8. You wanna go first, Jay, or should I?
You can go.
Alright. Animation, I really liked it. No, it's KyoAni. This is what, pre-Fire, right?
Yes. This
Yeah.
is 2013.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, pre-Fire KyoAni. Not that the fire changed quality. I don't even know why I brought that up.
I mean, I thought of it the entire time, to be honest. But it's just because like I just feel bad like about it. It's just very very messed up. and
Yeah,
everything.
it's a shitty thing that happened. But yeah, animation is very nice, very fluid. Character designs are nice. I don't know if it's just me, but Mitsuki really reminds me, like design wise, of the bully from A Silent Voice. The female bully.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually.
Like she just looks like her. I'm like, I don't like this.
I mean, the constant berration of like with just her character
Yeah.
in general is just like.
It doesn't help that Mirai looks kind of like a young Shoko with
Yo,
glasses. I'm like, no.
Not again.
I'm looking at this picture right now of them in the Komodos too, and the fucking what's the older one's name? Not I, but the other one.
Oh, Ayaka?
Is that her name? Ayaka?
Yeah. Yeah.
She
Shindo and Ayaka.
she looks
Shindo.
like freaking Shoko's mom with a different hairstyle. Oh my god.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But yeah, and animation, character designs, I really liked. The story, I like the general idea. I don't like the execution. I feel like they didn't really, like, I never cared about any character. They never gave me a reason to. It's like they tried to do the whole tragic backstory thing, but it was like, you'll never understand. What do you mean? And then no one ever explains anything, and I'm like, alright.
We don't get the explanation until later, anyways.
I'm
It's
sure,
just
but it's just like the way that they're executing it. I'm like, oh god, this is so corny. We had a couple characters that were introduced that we didn't mention, but it seems like they're building up to something later on, which I kind of got spoiled a little bit on just looking up pictures for them. So like knowing that, that's kind of cool. But honestly, like just the execution is kind of fucking with it for me. So for right now, I think I would say 5. And if later on, like I want to continue watching just to see where it goes. I could see it going up to maybe like a 7 or an 8. Just like if it gets, you know, like the pacing's better and like the characterization gets better later on.
Right.
Yeah, but I think just for the first 5, I would give it a 5. It just didn't like really hit for me.
Alright. I guess it leaves me then. I'll just give it the number now and then explain. So, I give this a 7. And honestly, it's a lot better than what I remember watching this fucking 8 years ago. Maybe even more now. I think we're going on like 9, because I think I watched this as it came out.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
13-year-old me was just like, this shit's cool. But
And they have,
I
like,
think
2
I
movies
forgot
for it,
about
right?
it.
They have like 2 movies for it, right?
I believe, yeah, I think there's a movie for this.
There's at least 1. I don't know if there's 2.
Yeah, I think I know one movie.
Yeah, I think I might have been mistaken. I thought there was 2, but there might be just 1.
But the animation heavily carries this. The characters are fine. And also, quick note, Ayaka's only a Yomu in anime only.
Mm-hmm. Why do they make so many changes for the anime?
No clue.
And like it doesn't affect anything.
It really doesn't, but at the same time it does, because with her, this just proved my point, because she's an appraiser of the Yomu cores. She's supposed to be human. But yeah, the storyboarding is a little all over the place, which is not necessarily the greatest thing, especially to keep track of like everything that's going on, because they had a lot going on,
Yeah.
and just the jumble to try to like piece it all together. The fight scenes are good, like very well done. I think maybe one of my favorite things about this anime is like just the combat in general. It's
Yeah, the
very
combat's really good.
fluid. Very fluid. Characters are good. Mostly fleshed out, just very some generic things. Makes me upset. Yeah, Ayaka's best girl. Yeah. That's really it for me.
I think I want to change my score.
Hmm.
I'm gonna give it an extra point. Go from
Oh.
5 to 6. Because I didn't realize that this is where that one gif comes from of the two girls hugging and then the dude just like crashing into the other dude. It's like, this is female friends versus male friends.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Like friends and best friends.
Yeah.
Right. Huh.
That gives it an extra point. So now I know meme lore. So it's a 6 for me.
So
So we got a 6, a 7, and an 8.
Yeah, sequential. Let's go.
Not bad.
Anything anyone else got to add to it before we have James present his choice for next week?
I'd say probably for those who haven't seen this, I'd say check it out and probably stick through it. But if anything, I'd say check this out. Probably check the manga out. Just to check for differences and similarities.
Check the manga out so you don't have to hear her voice.
That also works. That also works too. But yeah, just because something's rare or it looks rare doesn't mean it's expensive.
What?
The gems,
Oh,
the cores.
I was lost, dude. I was like, what is he talking about, bro? It's like Confucius says. So James, you want to try to say which? Oh my fucking god!
I'm just going straight out. It's just turning red.
Bro, I'm not watching this.
I've seen too many memes. Like I've seen a lot of memes.
Let the meme wars continue.
Alright. Next week is turning red. Hopefully he'll have his fucking microphone figured out by then.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Has
sir.
his mic always been like that?
No, it fucking varies like week by week. He'll be fine today and like next week, and then suddenly it'll be ass, and then out of nowhere he'll be fine again. He's like, I haven't done anything.
Because it was fine when I left.
I literally haven't done a thing to it. It's like, I don't know what it is.
You had to.
I know, I didn't! That's the funny thing, I haven't. And then, like, I have no problem, like, anywhere else.
I don't believe you.
Bro, I swear to God, it's gonna be like, oh, he's gonna message me like, oh shit, I had it backwards. I was talking into the back of it, that's why you couldn't hear me. He's probably looking at it right now like, do I? I feel like I know him well enough that he's like looking at it. He's like,
yeah. Well, check in next week for turning red.
Check in next week for the update on his microphone.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. See you next week. Bye.